Poof! Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I'm a bit late, just a tiny bit. You barely even noticed, I'm sure. Yeah, what can I say? I have a cat that is locked up in a cage, and sometimes, well, let me put it this way. We try to, at least daily, get the cat out of the cage, get them on your lap. That was allowed by the vet, you know. They're like, don't let them walk around, but you can grab them, take them on your lap, you know, do the cuddly stuff and all that, you know, all the good shit. You can do that. So we've been trying to make a habit out of that, to do that daily, usually after dinner, because then they've had like a big meal. They get like real lazy, so she can't like jump away or whatever. So that's what we do. So today our dinner was a bit late, so the grabbing the cat was a bit late. And also what we started doing like a while ago now is when we get her out of the cage, usually I keep saying she because I just always say she about cats. It's a boy, whatever. Get them on your lap, and then the other person, but mostly she likes sitting with me, so I grab her on my lap, and then Leela goes and like cleans out the cage, which is mostly, you know, making sure, like, she likes to spill food on her bed and whatever, so just making sure the bed is clean, or in case there's like some spilled stuff, clean a little more in depth. But usually it's like small work, but it's like, you know, it's a part of the day that at this point kind of has to happen. So, you know, and I don't know, it was like 8 p.m. and I was like, man, I need to go stream. And then it literally, as I was walking by, I was like, oh, now we didn't get her out of the cage. That's unfortunate. And she jumped up, put like her paws against the fence, and she started like really cutesy meowing to me, like clearly indicating like, hey, I know this is the time of the day where I can go out. Hello. And it's like, oh, fuck stream. I was like, I'll grab her just for a little bit, and then, you know, game over. It's at least half an hour. And hey, I'm not gonna apologize for it. I feel like real life in the end comes before stream, and as silly as this seems, it's like the one time in a day he gets to go out of the cage, and clear, like, to this point, like, we can actually see that, you know, he knows when it's coming. He really likes it, really looks forward to it. You know, he's also like getting a little fussy, not fuzzy. Like in the beginning, he had trouble standing. Makes sense, right? And I think he also like realized he couldn't really do anything. But now he can walk around pretty well. You know? The danger being, if we let him out now, he's gonna jump. And it is still gonna break again. But normal walking is going pretty well. And I think he started to notice like, hey, I can walk just fine. Why the fuck am I in this cage? So he's getting a little annoyed by being in the cage. And getting him out once a day really helps, like, settle him down a little bit. So I deemed it important enough to delay the stream. And now he's a happy camper for a little bit. Has balls, I can see it in his eyes, pure dominance. Yeah, the funny thing is, he was really happy being on my lap. He likes to hug. But when I took the picture, I think the screen, like, I brought the screen close to his face because I was using the front facing camera. And I think the screen was a little bright for him. So that's why he looked like so angry. The phone lines are dead. You got some Resident Evil herbs. Yeah, I feel like they could have gone the extra mile. Like, I know it's just a little hint, like a little Easter egg. I feel like they could have gone the extra mile and allow you to combine them into like a healing kit. Gotta keep in mind, you see this adopter brother freely roaming around all day. Gotta sour the mood eventually. I mean, not just adopted. They're actual brothers, right? They're from the same litter, from the same mom. So they're like, we adopted them together, but they were like a duo adoption. So they came from the same litter. So they're actual brothers, real brothers. But yeah, that obviously has an effect. We can definitely see it when the other one wants to play. And you kind of have to, because, you know, before, they kind of played with each other a lot. So there was less need to, like, get their energy out. But now that the one is locked up, the other one goes crazy. He loves playing now. And of course, when you're playing, you know, with, like, all kinds of toys and shit, the other one's, like, sitting in his cage just looking. Looking. He's going nuts. It's kind of torture, but... I mean, are we gonna deny the other cat everything just because it's like inconvenient for the other one? I mean, it's tough. It's been tough. But hey, we're in the final stretch now. Only a week, and I think he's allowed to go out of the cage. I think the 16th. So we're looking at I think about 13 more days, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 13 more days, the final stretch. And he's clearly better, so that makes me happy. Man, excuse me, I just ate a little bit of chocolate, and for whatever reason, my throat got real, like, slimy because of it. Beloved mother. What the fuck? What do I want to read? Beloved mother. Mother? If you hold this letter in your hands, mother, I am deeply sorry. It means that I was unable to continue, unable to endure, and I am no longer with you. Mother Lucia inspected the sores on my skin, pointing out the various symbols I made. She said that they were the marks of a warlock, that I am cursed. Soon, he will take control of me, body, mind, and heart. The Mother Superior warned me that this warlock might commit acts too horrific to be spoken of. As I slept last night, a terrible nightmare came to me, and when I opened my eyes, I was in the middle of the forest, my body aching miles from home. Mother, I cannot allow this evil to consume me or corrupt my soul. There's only one way to escape its grasp. I promise to watch over you from the heavens above. All of my heart, your dearest Amelia. This is a fucking safe room? Why didn't it say on the map? Oh my god. I mean, I kinda suspected it, but I got too scared last time. We went back for nothing. I guess it doesn't matter that much. So it's just a little walk, you know? Just a little walk. Unlocked. Small memorial to mark where someone passed away due to a tragic event. Amelia. She died. That's some healing and a film roll. Glass is half full. Exactly. No need to complain. Have we been here? Was there anything here? Don't think so, right? No. Alright, we fully explored. Guess maybe we can go here. I think I saw something shining. Yeah. Gasolina. So funny. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. School district. Six cool. Gasoline. What's the gasoline for? Is it ammo? Do I have a flamethrower? Chainsaw gasoline. Oh. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. So we're gonna need the chainsaw. What have we done? What have we done? Today I saw a game. Actually, I wanted to look that up on Twitter. An indie game inspired by Dino Crisis. Code Violet? Was it Code Violet? It is. Is it going to be any good? I don't know. Official gameplay overview by IGN. Whoa. Gameplay demo, 32 minutes. Wait, is this like, I thought it was like a small indie game, but I mean, I think it is a small indie game, but I didn't know there were like trailers and shit. Is this gonna be jank? Oh my god, this might be super jank. Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Bum, 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 bum. 720p. What are we doing, YouTube? 720p. Let me put that on 4K, will ya? Code Violet. Hold on. Full screen that ass. Let's mute the game. I don't know if this is gonna be any good. I just saw it. It kind of looks jank already. I like it. Also, I feel like I literally just saw a tweet from the dev who said, you know, oh, inspired by Dino Crisis and all that stuff. This does not look like Dino Crisis. I'm already not. I thought I was gonna see isometric gameplay.
Hey everyone, this is Elena Wiss.
Oh, I mean, good. Thank you for doing voice acting. I'm here for, I want to see what this game is about. It looks kind of whack.
In Code Violet, manage an upgradable grid-based inventory. Place items manually or use autosort for instant organization. I know I love that as somebody who loves to organize things. Craft essentials like health kits, ammunition, and explosives, balancing scarce resources. Its smart suit and glass veil.
This looks maybe the correct amount of jank to be fun.
Camouflage, blending seamlessly into surroundings.
It gets it depends on what the price is.
Stick to shadows. Light exposes you.
Stealth suit. Got caught.
Attach suppressors to silently destroy environmental clues and use the.
I mean, we got puzzles and
containers
shit, so
to
they
decipher
got
four-letter
something.
codes from environmental clues and use the backlight to reveal hidden messages and lethal laser grids.
Why is she in her underwear?
Combat punishing.
I
And
saw
a blood
that.
bag to recover containers. Use the backlight to
Look.
reveal hidden messages and lethal
Huh? Maybe it's the lore.
weapon, leaving you
Tab
defenseless.
X.
Well, there we have it. I hope you all have enjoyed.
Digital deluxe. Oh shit, you get outfits?
And so
I don't care
really
about
got to
behind the
just
voice. Code Violet. I like her. What bothers me with every indie action horror game is a lack of hit reaction on enemigos. This looks no different. Yeah, it definitely feels like, and that's with a lot of indie games, just the animations. I get the animation's not the easiest thing in the world, but like I feel like animations and yeah, like hit effects, like interaction, making things feel like they're in the world and reacting to things of the world. That kind of often is the thing that lacks in indie games, that like gives it away. Which is something you kind of take for granted with like the more AAA type games, or just like the more high budget games. Doesn't even need to be AAA. That stuff, like it's one of those things where if it is done correctly, you will not notice, because then it looks normal and makes sense. But if it's off, your brain instantly clocks it. It's one of those tankless. Those exist, a lot of tankless shit where if it works, you won't notice because it's good. I don't know. What's the price? Can we... Wait, hold on. Is it still on screen? Here we go. What's the price of this bad boy? Let's see. Steam. They must have a Steam page, right? Wait, what? It's a PlayStation exclusive? Now, why would you do that? Why would... Alright, PlayStation Store then. Announced. No price yet. Ugh. They got cool art though. Ain't no way. This is not real. This can't... This has to be fake. What the hell? Oh. Not even... I'm gonna show it. I found... This is a Reddit thread. This is a thread on Reddit. It seems like it's the devs. For those asking about a PC version of Code Violet, the reason we're not bringing it to PC is we do not want anyone modding vulgar versions of the main character as well as other characters in the game. Come on. I call bullshit. I call absolute bullshit. I'm sorry, but that is nonsense. Who cares, dude? Who cares? As if you will give a shit. Dude, that is high level bait. Exactly. Dude, look at the fucking gameplay trailer the trailer we just watched. She's like in her underwear. Come on, bro. You don't give a shit. Damn. Call him out. Quantum error? What is quantum error? I've never heard of this. Which is probably good. Planned for release? I guess they just release on PS5 first in general. What's this? Why is it doing that? Is that new?
Welcome to Quantum Error.
We got
Quantum
talking. If this looks exactly the same. First person? Ooh.
2 seconds, 2 seconds. Look, I've never shot in a game before. Where are they coming from? It has to be a weird dream, right?
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Feel right.
Code Violet is
very,
gonna
very
be
weird.
so
But it's
dumb. It's not gonna be. Oh.
fantastic.
Oh. Let's stay away from that. Let's stay away from that. I don't think it's gonna be worth it. I don't think it's gonna be worth it. Nope. If that's the level of quality they're making, I'm sorry. No. Look, maybe they turn it around. Maybe they learned from their mistakes and Code Violet is gonna be sick. You know, we'll see it when it comes out. I think it comes out like in a week or two. So we should know soon if it's trash or not. And look, I can deal, especially if it's indie games, I can deal with like a level of jank that's like expected, but it's mostly like lack of polishing jank. You know, like for example, this game has plenty of, you know, would I even call it jank? I feel like this game works pretty well. I don't think anything about this game is necessarily janky though. I guess this game is just sick. This game is definitely not as polished as AAA games, you know. Let's put it that way. But it also doesn't need to be. I think this game is a perfect example of, you know, knowing what you're going for and hitting all the notes you need to hit. Can this game be graphically better? Can the voice acting be better? Can the script be better? Sure. But it's good enough. It works, you know. It does what it needs to do, you know. That's all it needs to me. I mean, and I'm not even, it sounds like I'm dissing, sounds like I'm talking bad about this game. I'm not, you know. They knew what they had to do, they did what they had to do, and you know, they can only improve those things in the future. But they're already hitting the bar of what you need to do, what's good. All's been ransacked. Must have been chaos, as everyone tried to escape this place. The puzzle that required tank controls was pretty jank. Yes, you're actually completely correct. That was a jank part, for sure. That was definitely jank. Now, at the same time, you do have access to both controls at the same time. Analog stick moves like this, D-pad moves like this. So it's not like they remove, like, it's not like it's hidden behind an option menu. You need to switch to the other. This should have worked. Just doing this should have also worked, right? Like, you're doing the thing. Make it work. But that's just one thing. Overall, this game has been a joy to play. He's pointing. Do you think every time they point, we can do mine detection? That is so sick. Oh my god, that is so sick. They actually did it. It's not like a one puzzle. Oh my god. I've seen, like, literally, we've done the puzzle where it points. And that's where, like, one of the parts was. I'm pretty sure I saw another statue pointing and I was like, oh, that's funny. They reused the statue. But not only did they reuse it, I guess it just, like, that's actual the thing. So I guess I missed an item earlier. Because I've definitely seen another one of those statues before. Like, since we've had the mine detector. Oh, that's fucking sick. I love it. I love when devs do it. When, like, there's no mentioning that, you know, no mentioning that that thing is ever going to be used again in the game. It gets introduced as, like, this is for a little puzzle you need to do. The fact that they've hidden other shit, and what if they've hidden stuff without a thing pointing at it? There might be all kinds of items in the world. Who knows? That's crazy, but also I love it. That is such a nice touch. Double. Not kill, I guess. Breaking things. A dangerous mission in Miguel's diary. Next page. I spoke with the colonel. He wants me to investigate a ghost town in southern Latin America. Satellite imagery has detected unusual levels of radiation in the area, indicating nuclear weapons manufacturing or testing. I asked him why he couldn't send someone else. But he said the mission was only for me. Initial research has indicated that the locals who left the town suffered from a condition commonly associated with radiation exposure, like cancer. I asked him what would make me want to take on the mission. Knowing the risks, and without saying a word, he pulled a brown folder from his ridiculous raincoat and tossed it in front of me. There was a photo of a woman. Leave for Chile. 5 o'clock. Damn, he's down bad. He's like, a woman? Awooga, let's go. Damn, throwing a folder from a ridiculous raincoat. Did he also say, thank you, when it was over? Photo of Isabel, Anna, and me before a trip to Chile. Why was this photo in this house? How did it get here? Cassette tape. Cassette. Hey, wait, hold on. Combino. Batteries. They're in our flashlight though. Hopefully we'll find another pair of batteries, because this is getting a little annoying. Duralon. For a second I thought it's a Duracell. To which I was like, man, they got the brand? They got the brand? Batteries missing. Yeah, open it up, bitch. Open it up. Yeah, I know. Open the battery thing up. Or is it just combined? Oh, I guess it's okay. Never mind.
Tell me about your sister's drawings. What have the doctors said?
None of them have any clue. I'm not even sure they believe me.
Well, tell me then. What happens when Anna starts to draw?
She starts out fine. Just a normal 10-year-old girl drawing a picture. And you can watch her mind drift off somewhere else. Her eyes roll back. She's not even looking at the paper, but she's drawing these terrible things. And then, just as suddenly, she's back in the room, behaving like nothing had happened.
Caroline, you know her better than anyone. Is there a chance she's faking these trances? Acting out for attention?
Absolutely not.
How can you be sure? After everything she's been through, it would be a miracle if there weren't behavioral problems.
Last month in art class, she painted a child who was cut in two. When the teacher asked her who was in the painting, she pointed at one of her classmates. I just found out that boy's funeral is next week. He fell on the tracks at the subway and went under the train.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. But what are you suggesting? That the things Anna draws
I'm suggesting her classmates are dumb as shit.
Maybe she's making these things happen. Manifesting her own reality. I know it sounds crazy, but so far enough of her drawings have come true that I'm starting to wonder it. The school wants her gone. The other kids are terrified of her. I'm desperate. I don't know what to do.
Okay. I may have a solution. There's a residential facility I know of where they specialize in helping young people with unusual problems. A place called Villa Hess. It's located in a remote village in the south of Chile. Some of these methods are unconventional, but their results are second to none.
Please. I trust you, Isabella. Can you get these people to treat my sister?
Well, it's a relatively small unit, and usually there's a long waiting list. But as it happens, I know the senior clinician there, Mother Lucia. If Anna agrees, I could fast track her into a room there next week.
If you order now, better hurry up. FOMO. Except it's about institutionalizing your sister. Duralon. Combino. But now I have to open it first? A detachable flashlight. Turn it on. Painkillers. I was just talking about jank bits. Yeah, that one could be optimized a little bit more. But that could be intentional, like the whole you need to fiddle with the things. It might be on purpose. Annoying. Who knows? Or maybe have people do it like once for realsies. And once they've done it, you can just click combine and it just snaps together. No need to do the examine, all that nonsense. Ain't no way, dude. The hidden trunk? The hidden trunk strat? The school. Bum, bum, bum. Editorials. Final farewell of Hess Daily. With deep regret, we inform our readers that the Hess Daily will be closing its doors indefinitely. This difficult decision follows a recent passing of our director, an irreparable loss that makes it impossible to continue working at the newspaper. Given the current situation in Villa Hess, we urge all residents to consider vacating for their safety. According to the latest official notice, the last train will depart from the local station tomorrow, Thursday, at 12:30 p.m. After this time, the station will close indefinitely. There will be no further train arrivals or departures until further notice. We bid our readers farewell with the hope that, one day, Villa Hess will regain its vitality we all fondly remember. Farewell. Thank you all for allowing us to be a part of your daily lives. That's so sad. People lost their jobs. Alright, we in the school. Ooh. There is no map for the school. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, now. The monsters are locked in here with me. Not even a remote village is safe from AI stealing our jobs. Crazy. Crazy. Apparently today I saw like an interview with like the head of Google. Who like in the interview was like, well, I guess Google search is still better at factually finding shit than our AI. It's like, well, no shit, dingus. There is something about all these companies being so adamant that AI is gonna replace search engines for some reason. It's like, no. Books on different educational subjects. Like, AI can be cool, but it's not factually correct. And anyone using it to find facts is dumb. Symbols. Hey, I bet we need to remember this. Wavy circles, a knot circle with spikes, and a wolf. It's in their best interest if it does. I feel like all these companies are just racing to be the one that has the good AI. Uh-oh, we need a key that is in the shape of a star. A butthole. Chocolate starfish shape. The break room, I could use a break. It's actually the break room. Oh, here's a good point. Good place to save. Gives me a little confidence. It's just a bunch of cups and thermoses. How do you pronounce thermoses? Thermoses? That feels like not the plural of thermos. Thermoses? I predict a Silent Hill reference, at least 2 in this school. There has to be a piano puzzle. I'm calling it. There's gonna be a piano puzzle. Thermoses. Thermoses.
Thermoses.
Thermoses. I mean, I guess it's correct. It sounds weird. Work material for the teachers. Nothing of interest. I was just thinking, what else is it going to be? Termi? Yo, the TV on the little cart with the DVD player. Or the VHS player, depending on how old you are. Dude, remember that back in school? When the teacher rolled in this thing? Oh my god. You know it was gonna be a good day when they roll in the cart with the TV. Isabella's Diary, number 1. Horrifying drawings. It is complete madness, and yet deep down, I feel I must believe her. The conviction in the conviction in Caroline's voice as she recounted what happened on the island didn't sound like someone making up a story. Did Caroline really rescue her 10-year-old twin sister from the past? I met Anna the other day, and I cannot deny the resemblance, even though Caroline is 14 years her senior. Do the disturbing drawings that Anna create become real? The parents of her classmates have complained multiple times, and the principal is threatening to expel her. The other students call her a witch. Poor Anna. How could anyone make friends with children of their own age if they're all afraid? If anyone can help these sisters, it's Mother Superior, Lucia. Man, people are really putting their faith in this nun. I wonder why they... Oh, I guess it's in the name. People are putting... First reference, witch. Yeah, unique to Silent Hill, witch. Never seen anywhere else before. Tape them up. No lore? locked from the other side. Why is that in the entrance hall? That's a weird place for a... Little girl gets bullied in school and called a witch. That's OG Silent Hill. Couldn't happen anywhere else. We've got a map. The free spot in the red tabs on the top of the map is finally filled. Yo! Wait, were they red before? Or are they red now because we completed them? I guess the one thing I wish this game did is show like the thing. Like in Resident Evil, you can see if there's still an item available somewhere. I wish they would do that here as well. Especially with the mine detector, who knows? Excuse me. Then we're in a school. I can't wait for the obscure reference. Remember obscure? We're just breaking stuff. Just one of those days. Of course, I remember game is hell expensive nowadays physically in the UK. What? I mean, I do know for gaming specifically, the last couple of years, there's been quite a bit of like overpricing, scalping, whatever for retro games, physically at least. So it wouldn't surprise me. But, you know, also realistically, you know, how many of those are still left and for sale? Like that is also becoming a smaller and smaller number. Now, why do you turn your head, stupid little kid? It turned its heads, didn't it? In the German version, they replaced music for some German bands. Absolute no-go. That's crazy. Because that's like such an identifiable part of that game. The fact that it starts out with Sum 41. Gotta give it that, you know, like 90s / 2000s school movie vibe. By blasting some pop punk. Sculpture of Beethoven using a hearing device. Give me the hearing device. I need to hear. That's gonna be a puzzle. What was the license these days? Been a hot minute since Obscure 2. Does anyone even want the license? Like, even if you have that license, would you even make a new game with that name? New game with that name, yeah. I said it correctly. Whoa. The arts and music room. Here we go. It's not a piano, but it's close. Okay, so we have the notes. Hey, we have the markers next to it. Do you think that's the order we need to play it in? Now with the revival of Silent Hill, Obscure could make a comeback. Or we get Tormented Souls 3. Ah. Actually though, Obscure had like the 2-player thing, the co-op stuff. I always thought that was very cool to do. You know, hopefully if Obscure does come back at some point, I want the co-op back. If Obscure is not coming back, Tormented Souls devs, listen up. Co-op is really cool. Dude, next up, Tormented Souls Outbreak. That's what it was called, right? Yeah, Outbreak. Remember that? Resident Evil Outbreak. You kids remember? You kids remember? I feel like the people watching me play this game, they'll know about Resident Evil Outbreak. Tormented Souls Outbreak. Let's bring it. Anyway, let me grab a quick print screen. Because I have a feeling this is going to be a thing. Paint. There we go. Publisher's defunct, might be the franchise unknown. Yeah, maybe nobody owns it. The license is up in the air. Or there is no license at all. We could just make one right now. Music sheet. Sheet. Phase dead. Phase dead? Moonlight Sonata. Reminds me, people hope RE9 is gonna bring back Outbreak character because characters from that game make an appearance. Yeah, or like a game mode where you can like a DLC game mode. Who knows? I'm gonna be honest. I'm very out of the loop when it comes to RE9, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to be in the loop. I kind of just want to buy that game and play it. Because the reality is, like, I'm not like the biggest Resident Evil fan in the world, but I loved 7 and 8, and 9, from what I've seen, the gameplay looks like I'm gonna like it. So I'm just gonna avoid seeing more about that game, and I'm just gonna go in. And I feel like that's gonna be more fun. Though RE multiplayer was always dead on arrival so far. Yeah, but that's like, I feel like the multiplayer they keep trying to do is like shit. They always want to do like competitive stuff. That's like, it's a horror game. Like people wanna still play the horror game. They don't want to do all this weird shit. And there's fans of everything, right? You know, like the RE3 remake had like that weird dungeon master weird ass mode. There were fans of that for sure, but it wasn't hot. Like not watching trailers before going to the movie. Kinda same idea, a little different because I feel like movie trailers just spoil too much of a movie. Like I often do watch a trailer. When the trailer is like, let's say 2 minutes, I watch for like 30 seconds where I'm like, I'm just going off of vibes. I'm like, okay, I think I like this, and I just turn the trailer off. I don't need to see more. Trailers are too long. For games, you're not gonna have that too much because games are so much longer than a movie. But even then still. I mean, this might be a bad thing, like a bad mentality. I mean, look what happened to Cyberpunk. But I kind of trust the Resident Evil boys to make a good game. Because I was in with 7 and 8. So I think 9's probably going to be just fine. Like, even if it's not the best game in the world, it's probably still going to be good. Okay. First floor. Second floor. Elevator. What we need is the wire. I feel like these kind of games are weird though, because I wish there were more games like this, you know? Like this type of gameplay is just not being served all that much. But at the same time, if too many people start making these games, I think it will lose some of what I think the fact that there's not that many makes it more interesting for the people who do make it. Because like, you know, the devs who made this game, they give a shit. Because you would not be making a game like this if you weren't a big fan of this type of game and like the old games that use this kind of style, you know? Most people thought the same about Monster Hunter Wilds before it released. Was Wilds bad? I have not heard anything bad about modern Monster Hunters, but I'm also not in the loop at all, so I don't know. I guess it's bad. Kindergarten. Oh, here's another safe room. Why is it marked? There's green light from the schoolyard. Ooh. Whoa. Uh-oh. I guess we need to pass through here or walk around. Let's avoid going outside for now. It's here, classrooms. Performance sucks, so now people don't like RE Engine anymore. When are people gonna learn that an engine on its own is usually not the problem? Every engine can be functional. Uh-oh. What the fuck? Crazy. The dead teacher's hand rests open on the desk as we're waiting to receive something. Does he need a gun? What is he waiting for? Apple seeds. Sachet of apple seeds. Do we need to plant some apples? Bad is relative, but it didn't live up to the expectations from the people hyping it up after world success. Could it also be that Worlds was new and refreshing and it's like, oh my god, look at this. And then Wilds was just more of the same. And it just doesn't hit that hard. Require the average gamer to know something about programming. True. That's so true. It requires the most impossible thing in all of gaming. Nuance. What? Impossible. Rational thinking? Impossible. To be fair, Wild sucks on PC. The PlayStation seems fine from what I gather. PC gamers just need to learn to turn down their graphics. Oh look, it's kids and a pig on the thing. What's up, kiddo? How you doing? Playing around? Aha! I see a xylophone. Recording tape. Is there a save point here, or do we just get extras? Shelves full of backpacks and toys. Nothing important. Hey! Toys are very important. Toilet. Piggy. Is the piggy gonna be like the pyramid head of this school? The dastardly piggy man is coming for us. Big man. Children are disappearing in Isabella's diary. I was concerned about the growing number of school absences, especially among children around 10 years old. Tried to reach out to the parents for an explanation, but none of them wanted to talk to me. I asked the classmates of the children who stopped attending school. They told me the children had to go away after being constantly bullied to the smell of their clothes, strong odor of fish. That was it. The link between the absences. All the children's parents were employed at the fishery. Yeah, wasn't it for like the 10 years old they were sacrificed, right? Or some shit. I'd locked from the other side. Xylophone. Wait, we need to... I thought I... Hold on, I have the screenshot here because I knew it was going to come in handy. Orange. Fuck, the colors are... I should have taken a higher quality screenshot. Fuck! Because now two colors look kind of the same. I got two pink colors. Or is that orange? Fuck! Wait, that's orange, that's yellow. I got purple. Wait, I got purple twice. Maybe it is red twice? Who knows? Let's try red twice. The metal. How do I play it? Do I need the thing to play it as well? Fucking kids! Dude, the double kill? Get fucked, dumbasses. Get back to school. Actually, that did scare me a little bit. I got a little jump out of that. They kind of made me jump a little bit. I'm gonna be very honest. School them? Got him. I guess we need to go to the schoolyard. Damn. Someone's hanging from, someone failed at dunking. They made a little mistake while dunking. Metal spoon. Damn rich kids. Bringing fancy spoons to school. Wonder they got hanged. Bonk. Shotgun shells at school? What is this, America? Ominous bird song from school janitor Joab's diary. Last night I heard the ominous song of the twe circling the house. Desperately, I threw open the window and called its name 3 times with a firm voice, as Mother Lucia had instructed me. The bird immediately stopped singing. The next morning, a man in a wheelchair appeared at the front door with a deep measured voice. He asked if he could come in for a cup of milk. I agreed, still shaken by his presence. Once he finished drinking, he stared at me intently. What do you want me to do for you? He asked. I replied without hesitation. I didn't want to waste his time. My wife can't have children, I said. We tried everything. I want my wife to become pregnant. Damn, he's going for the cuck. The man frowned disapprovingly. He reached into his jacket and pulled out a small glass vial filled with dark liquid. He handed it to me and said, immediately after you place your seed in her womb, your wife must inhale this liquid through her nose. I nodded nervously and took the vial. After he left, I started thinking about how I would explain this to Magdalena. I would have to tell her that the doctor gave some medicine. I hope, with all my heart, that this works. Crazy. The mural has a small poem. I don't know what that means. Oh, here we go. Little feet of a child. Bluish from the cold. How they see you and don't cover you. My God. People who are diaries are weird. I feel like it, especially a diary like that, would take such a long time to actually write down. Feels more like a gameplay thing than anything, right? Same with like cassette tapes. There are so few reasons why someone would tape, even just recording, not even on a tape, even just recording with your phone. Who fucking records a diary with their phone? Can you play it now with the spoon? I was thinking the same thing, but What if we summon a demon? Do we not want to get to the save point first? I'm scared. Okay, let's do it. I'm not scared. Combine with the spoon. I think that was it. Maybe we need to do it at the right place. I don't know. The colors are... maybe it's a screenshot. I don't know. The colors are a bit weird. Oh, wait. Maybe that's blue and not... See, this is... Hold on. Wait. That is two reds though, right? So what? Maybe it's... Hold on. Maybe it's orange, red. Then this might be blue. No, why is it? Oh, the spoon is backwards. Hold on, let's reset. He's hitting it with the back of the spoon? That's crazy. Okay, so clearly the song thing is the next puzzle. Either I'm playing the song wrong, or I need to go to the correct location to play it. Where did we find the order to play it in? Was it like in the art and music room? So, what I thought was I'll play the order of like the colors on the right, which is, and now I can see the difference, but there's no pink. The colors are orange, pink, blue, but there is no pink though on the thing. Gotta spell a word? Do you think so? Maybe there is like one color not represented, and that's the light blue. So maybe that's the pink one. They fucked up. E-E-G. Big. Phase dead. Remember the thing on the paper, the sheet paper? It said phase dead. You can spell phase dead. Right? Which was F? This one? Purple? Yeah, because it says G here. So F, A, C would be here. Phase, D, E, A D. But maybe we need to do it in the room where we found the music thing. I think those 3 kids will come alive. Where was it again? It wasn't here. This is where we found the thing. Wasn't in the classroom? No, right? Was it in here? Oh yeah, this is the room. FACEDEAD, yeah. Combino. Do you think the markers being next to it do you think that matters in any way, shape, or form? Probably not, right? Dang, man, the top 20% of Twitch users are basically just watching you. Yeah, there's like some horrifying statistics about how, you know, if you have like average more than 1 viewer, you're like already in like the top like 5% of all streamers. Something, it's like crazy. The crayons are so small I can barely read anything. It's not about reading, it's about the order of the colors, you know? At first I was like, maybe you need to do, you know, like orange, pink, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. Who knows? Let's try it. Because pink doesn't exist, but there's a light blue. And then dark blue, green, red, purple, yellow. Okay, where will we need to play the song? Maybe for the dude with his hands open? Or maybe in the kindergarten? Maybe we need to play the song where we found it. Oh shit, wrong. Hold on, hold on. I did fade, not phase. F A C E D E A D. Right in front of the door. He's listening. Hold on. He's listening with his pipe. What do you think about this, my man? Well, how you like this song? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hello? Don't you like my song? Fuck! Oh, let's go! He was listening. What? First floor. What do we think it does for first and second floor? Damn, here's a basement. So we got elevator, but what else could it trigger? I guess for now, elevator's probably what we want to do. We want to get up. Gotta get up. There's always the basement, yeah. Maybe we should have gone to the basement. Oh shit. Wrong button. Science lab. Science. That scared me. Mannequin of the human body. It looks like some parts have been changed. Oh! Get fucked, bitch. You think you can pull a fast one on me? While I'm wielding a hammer? Hell nah. Damn, I thought to myself, should I go on the elevator? Or should I go back to save? I should have gone back to save. What's this? More puzzles. The school is filled with puzzles. It's almost like the strong will devour the weak. Okay. Always blocked with clouds from seats. Oh, it's like the fastest way to the save point is always locked off, huh? Full of doll heads, huh? Is it me or has Twitch troubles? It might... Wait, no, I'm in trouble. Uh-oh. Yeah, I got a bad connection. But I don't know if it's me or if it's Twitch. Hold up. I've got a bad connection. How's the YouTube doing? Let's see. YouTube says excellent connection. Yeah, YouTube seems to be pretty fine. So I think it's Twitch. I think the Twitch servers must be a little bitch. It seems fine now, but it might go down again. Who knows? It was definitely not like a complete disconnection, but the bitrate was way down. Time for the fallback. Twitch seems fine now. But you never know. Damn, it's a big room. I bet when I reach the end of the room, these dolls will all jump up. And be like, I want to play. I'm like, I don't want to play your knockoff Chucky. Try to be a little more original next time. Shotgun shells? Does that mean we're going to need it? Shot at all of them in one shot. Oh my god, that's sick. Damn. Damn. Swing toes and mannequin torsos. Nothing useful. Oh yeah? Do you enjoy the clothes on your body? Not useful. Called it. The door went locked. We knew something was gonna happen. We got the computer lab key. Where's the computer lab? Enjoying the game? No, I hate it. Nah, it's sick. I'm liking it. It's good. Where the fuck is it? Is it down? Oh, computer labs in the basement. Of course, the computers are in the basement. Of course, they're gonna put computer enthusiasts and gamers in the basement. Gamers, the real minority. All right, the actual minority. That's where the nerds live. Yeah, making them feel right at home. Bang. Okay, small shortcut. Beautiful. Bang. Shotgun, damn. A lot of shotgun shells. That makes me think we're gonna shoot a lot. Electronically locked. I wonder if we need to hack a computer to get in. Let's go into classroom, whatever. 204. Kids having fun? Let's shoot them. Kids having fun? Not on my watch. What the fuck? Did you see the weird... There's like images of children here, but it's like 2D images floating. Memorial for deceased children. There's so many names. All right. Easy. Seems to be a good combo for those enemies. Knock them down with the shotgun, then blast them with the hammer. Maybe the crowbar is good enough, but the hammer feels sick. And uneventful rooms, huh? Nothing to do here. I guess I need to go to the basement. Question is, should I save first or not? Because I feel like, dude, I have not saved since we came into this school. Everything we've done so far would be lost if I die now. Technically, we should go straight to the basement. I kind of want to go here, boop, just do a quick run for the break room. I'm getting a little uneasy, you know, especially with those rooms just locking. Up until now, it's been pretty easy, but what if they get me? You know, they only need to get me once. Little confidence safe, exactly. Just a little one. Not that far. What the fuck? And it hurt. Oh my god. Is it only one? You can get it with the nail. Fuck you, bitch. Baby's having razor sharp nails. They had a knife. I had a knife. Oh shit, I missed those before? Okay. See, it's good I went back. Even though I used a painkiller to survive this. Isn't it good I went back? Boom. Bzzz. There we go. Confidence acquired. Man, I'm having such a good time with this game. Just a pile of garbage. Damn. Basement has seen better days, huh? That's clearly a first aid kit. Let me pick it up. Or maybe it's like a lunch box. Aha, but we got the key, baby. Computer lab. What if this is a save point, the computer lab? The lockers are empty. Someone must have taken the files. Boom, 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 boom. The PC doesn't work. Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe because they're 500 years old. Do not enter. Ooh. I like that. Painkiller. Three symbols again. Oh. The game formula just works, solving puzzles and killing monsters. Yeah, and like having limited ammo, like not impossibly limited, but just enough that makes you like Like it psychologically makes you want to optimize, you know, maybe I don't want to shoot too much, blah, 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 like all that. It just works. It, you know, tried and true formula. Flower, arrow, mustache. Flower, arrow, mustache. And the previous chalkboard said wavy circle, circle bracelet thingy with spikes, and wolf. I can see it in my head. Isabella's diary, a changing mood. Why are they leaving their diaries everywhere, by the way? Like, they don't have one. They have, like, multiple of them spread around. Crazy. Since Caroline and her sisters came here, things have changed. Locals have become quiet and ill-tempered. Well, the workers at the fishery were always irascible. What now? I'm assuming it means like they're irritated very fast.
Irascible.
Irascible. Having or showing a tendency to be easily angered.
Irascible.
Irascible. I've never heard that word in my life. Educational game. Educational game as well. Unbelievable. Irascible. To say the least. Short-tempered would be more common. But I guess it doesn't mean necessarily short-tempered. It's like they're showing behavior that they're like easily, like you can see that they're easily angered. Where short-tempered would be like you wouldn't necessarily see it. Someone could just have a short temper. They could be totally fine. And I guess this is like they're carrying a sort of irritable, easy to anger. I guess this is the thing about words. There's so many words that kind of mean the same thing, but have like a slight different, you know. That's how I kind of interpret this. Because they're like, oh, the workers were always, I mean, they're not always short-tempered, so they must be like visibly easy to anger, I guess. But now, there's something in the air that seems to be affecting the mood of the entire room. There's an absence of laughter from the children during recess. I've had to deal with the increased cases of depression, even anger issues in children as young as 6 or 7. 6, 7. I mean, we gotta do it, right? Apparently that's the cool kids thing to do now. 6, 7. Ugh. Previous school psychologists recorded far fewer incidents. I swear, even the birds have stopped singing. What's happening here? Get those birds off social media. I have no idea what you're talking about. Good. Good. There's basically a meme that's very viral amongst kids. And it's like some kid doing like 6, 7. It's like a reference to a song or whatever. Whoa, 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 whoa. Boom, bitch. Eat the hammer. You have to think about it this way. 6, 7, if you ever hear about it now, it's basically the, I want to say Gen Z, but probably Gen Alpha, even younger. It's their generation's version of Bazinga, you know? Kill him. That's not a good TV show. I don't like it. The shelf is full of cleaning supplies. Kill his son? Do you think it's the teacher upstairs? Sadako give a beggar. Won't even bother coming out anymore. I'm just blasting away with my shotgun. That's crazy. But I have shells though. Yeah, I have 12 more shells, dude. We are stocked up. Though I should actually make an effort to use my basic gun a little more again. Because we've been finding quite a lot of nails. But not as much for the automatic one. So I think I'm going to shortcut this one again. So we can use the basic gun a little more. Especially for those kids. If they're like stacked on top of each other, the shotgun is great because you're going to get all of them at the same time. They're coming one by one. It's probably better to nail them. As I'm talking, I find automatic nailer bullets. All right. East Corridor A. Should we go to the I'm gonna go to the janitor thing first. Because it feels like, you know, thinking logically here, as a game developer maybe, these stairs are gonna go up here, and then you're gonna unlock all this nonsense on this side. Right? Whereas this seems like a dead end and a ladder up, which I'm assuming is going to end up right over here and probably intended to have an easy way back to go for a little confidence save. That's my guess. Are they gonna jump out? A lot of mannequins have been thrown out. Not that one though. Shit. School janitor Joab's diary. The decision. Why does God punish me so? I merely desired that my beloved Magdalena become with child to fulfill the holy mission of God. I wish to be a part of God's sacred plan, to be a part of something greater than myself. Finally see it. God is not in this place. How many children have my son devoured because of me? Oh god, his son is the boss fight. He's the guy in the TV. He's the guy in the TV. I've made my decision. I must kill him. I must kill my only son, and do it soon, because he already suspects my intentions. I can tell by the way he looks at me, the way his body shifts as he stands in the corner of the room, watching me through that cursed mask, like a cat stalking its prey. I've seen what he can do with those knives. I must be cautious and wait for a moment to strike him from behind. Damn, they're already giving the on like how to beat the boss fight. Wait, what were the archives? How do we get in there? Oh, it's not an entrance here. It's a separate entrance? Huh? Wait, what? That's weird. So where does this door lead? These are stairs though, so maybe there's a way to... Oh, here. Yeah, you're probably... yeah, you're right. Okay, it makes sense. Anyway, it's about 11 p.m., so it is time to put a wrapper on it for today. Didn't really need the confidence save, but I guess the game was just expecting me to go on a little more to naturally get to this part. But we have like 8 recording tapes. We're Gucci. Give her a save. Time flies when you enjoy a game, right? It's such a good game though. It's such a good game. Like, this is a type of game where I'm looking forward to streaming. Because I just want to play the game. It's so good. It's also like, in a weird way, it's a chill game. Because compare this to like Ninja Gaiden, where it's about timing, it's about blocking, dodging, like, you know, twitchy, fast movement, all that stuff. You know? Not necessarily super difficult, necessarily, but intense. This gameplay-wise is fairly chill. It's tense in a different way, but like, it's a chill game in a way. And I like that. I like that. Man. I really hope this is actually, I'm not even kidding. I really hope the devs of this game are making enough money off of this, because I feel like this game is already so much better than the first game. You know, maybe not necessarily gameplay wise, because it's basically the same thing gameplay wise. You know, maybe a little smoother with the dodge and stuff, but the game itself, like the world and the exploration, the places you're going, you know, because it's like more spread out and stuff, it's so good. It's so fucking good, you know. I really hope they're making money off of this, and you know, whatever they do next, be it an expansion for this game, be it an expansion, god, talking like I'm 50 years old, DLC, I guess, for this game, or if they're doing Tormented Souls 3, or if they're doing something completely different, I don't even care. I hope they get enough money to, like, always step it up a little bit, you know? Always make it a little better, sell a little bit more, because I'm rooting for them. I really am enjoying this game, and I enjoyed the first one as well. So yeah. Big fan. I just hope they put more effort in the voice acting in the next. Cutscenes can make quite a difference to characters. Yeah, it's a tough thing to get right though, right? Because I think especially compared to the first game, right? I think the voice acting specifically, like I think if you listen to the voice lines, just audio, not even looking at the game, they're already quite a bit better than the first game. I think they're like quality wise, I think they're pretty good. I just think the lines, like the actual lines they're saying, the written lines, probably could use a little more, you know, like they don't necessarily feel super natural yet. I think that's probably the thing that makes it sound weird sometimes. And yeah, animating the faces and stuff, like clearly graphically they can up the game, right? There's plenty of room to improve on graphics, but that might not be the style they're going for. I also think there's diminishing returns to that, like the amount of effort you need. Like if you have better graphics and then having animations that match the voice acting, yada yada, like all that stuff, like you need to bridge quite a gap to go from, like if you do basic ass graphics and you make a motion a little bit, you can kind of get away with it because it's like, you know, I'm thinking of things like Time Splitters and whatever. It never looked like photoreal, but you still believe the voice acting and stuff. Same with this, right? I think the animations are probably the least of the issues. But once you make the graphics more realistic, to then get the animations to match that, there is like a gap where if it falls in between, it's just gonna look even weirder than, you know, quote unquote bad graphics with the voice acting. You kind of need to immediately get it to a point where it starts to become believable, which is probably not something like, that's not the priority here, and I totally understand. But it is, you know, it is a part that they can improve. We'll see, you know, hopefully, again, that's just all I'm hoping, that they are making enough money to, you know, to look at their studio, to look at their next project, whatever that may be, and they can be like, oh shit, we can actually up the game now. I really hope so. If not, then at the very least, I hope they made enough money to be like, okay, we can warrant number 3. We can warrant a spin-off. We can warrant whatever the fuck, right? I'm down with Tormented Souls 3. I'm down with Tormented Souls Outbreak. Like, I'm in. They did tweet today about the game. Let me see if I can find it. Something about the patching, I guess. Tormented Souls. Good news. Patches are live for Tormented Souls on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox. I think that was yesterday or 2 days ago, because I already have a new patch. Means all the platforms are up to date with the latest version. Important fixes. Full change log. Ooh! They also mentioned regarding the Epic Game Store version should have a patch live in the next 2 weeks. The GOG version, Good Old Games version, is delayed. Will launch early January 26 to coincide with new free content update. Let's go! It could be one outfit, who knows, but they say more on this shortly. Thank you for your patience, and we'll have more to share on what's next for Tormented Souls 2 very soon. I feel like they're gonna do a DLC. That kind of sounds like it. I hope they will. I mean, I haven't finished the game yet, but yeah, good shit. Good shit. I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for them. Depends on the end of this story. Who knows? Maybe our character dies and there's like a new main character. I think what we need in this franchise is a game with a new main character, and it's like a special agent, like a more capable character, you know. But then also more difficult enemies. You know, you need like a special agent. Hot take, new devs shouldn't support their games too long and move on sooner than later. I guess it depends, right? I think I agree in the sense that, you know, too long, that's obviously like a vague, you know, that can mean a lot of things. But like for devs like this, if they're like, hey, in January a new content drop, you know, if it's new story, if it's DLC, whatever it is, right? Unless they're planning on doing like a big or like a paid expansion to this game, they probably should move on. Right? It also, again, so many of these things depend, because they might already be working on the next game, but that doesn't mean that all of their devs are like, you know, full days, you know, blasting on the new project, you know. Maybe the artists are like super busy, but like the map developers or whatever, I'm just, you know, spitballing here, but you know, not every job is going to be like fully used in every stage of development. So maybe the people who have a little more time on their hands can still work on DLC for number 2 when other devs are like focusing on the next one. So that is all in the mix of, should they stick to one game? Should they move on sooner? But I do agree, especially for, you see it a lot with the AAA games, this whole thing of like a game needs to be, you know, like Assassin's Creed is a perfect example. Assassin's Creed, I'm just gonna be honest here, doesn't need multi-years of DLC expansions for one game. I'm sorry. You know, Valhalla had this, like, they had years of DLC, unnecessary. I enjoyed playing it, but I would have rather had another game earlier or whatever, right? And I think a lot of people are you know, online complaining about Assassin's Creed Shadows, because I think they mentioned something that, you know, they had another DLC thing planned, but now apparently it's being scrapped. I kind of think that's good. Shadows is plenty of a big game. I haven't played the first expansion yet, and I guess the only one. That's probably enough. It's probably enough. There's plenty of game there. We don't need to endlessly extend. And I guess it also, in a way, for those big games, it makes sense they want to stretch out the content more and more, because that is such a, it's like a, it isn't as big of an investment to create that content compared to creating, like for an Assassin's Creed, you need to create a whole new open world. You know, that's a big upfront development cost. Whereas DLC just expands on what's already there. So I get it, you know. But in broad terms, I do agree. I think too many games or too many devs try extending the lifespan of a single game too long. You know? I don't think anyone minds Like, especially for single player games like this, I don't think anyone minds like a DLC pack that expands the story. But it really shouldn't be too much more, you know? Maybe they'll drop, you know, maybe they'll drop a DLC pack and they're like, this is Miguel's part of the story, right? What is he doing whenever in between you meet him and stuff? Unless we kill him, he might be the bad guy. I'm still convinced he's the bad guy. Nothing wrong with games that are one and dones. Agree. Definitely agree. I will say again, I think for development studios, it's not always that easy, depending on the genre of games you're making, to just blast into another new game, because you need to start from scratch again. Whereas DLC is usually a little bit easier. You're already building on what's there, so there's less upfront cost to doing that. Plus, you have kind of like a built-in customer base, because everyone that has the game might be interested in the DLC. Not everyone will be. Whereas a new game kind of needs to prove itself all over again. Even though I guess people who bought the previous game and liked it and would be interested in DLC would probably also be interested in a new game. So I think it depends. But the general trend of supporting games longer and longer and longer is definitely not that good, you know. I think it's not just more games should be one and done, or like shouldn't be extended for years and years and years. Also, games don't need to be super big, right? Not every game needs to be an Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? Not every game needs to be huge. Thinking back, Rockstar used to make so many different games that influenced following games. Rockstar has like the weird gift of, you know, they've done shit like actual one-offs that's like, what the fuck? Like LA Noire, one of my favorite games ever. I love LA Noire so much, and they just made that shit and dipped. They just made it, released it. They're like, see ya, we're never touching this shit again. What? What do you mean? And I guess they did kind of touch it because they made like a PlayStation VR version of it. But that was also like mostly recycled content, so I don't know. But they're kind of just like, well, that was it, boys. I saved, right? Guess I can see that. Yeah, I saved. But yeah, Rockstar definitely did. Just shows you gotta keep experimenting. Experimenting is the double-edged sword, right? If you do something new and it hits, you'll be the first one. You got, you know, you're the OG. And that's something that carries a lot of weight and a lot of sales. But if it doesn't hit, then you just fucked up, right? That is, at least from people in the industry, that is the big reason why there's so many sequels of games, sequels of movies. It's the safe bet. You know how well the previous thing has done, so you know what the interest is, you know what people like and don't like, you know. There's like a lot more data to go off of to get like a minimum amount of success. In theory, right? Because, you know, look at Marvel movies. They're like, well, we'll keep doing the same shit over and over and over, and people just got tired of it, you know? Everyone who says, oh, after Infinity War, after Endgame, Marvel just, the movies were not that good. They're exactly the same. They're all fucking the same movie. All the Marvel movies have like a blueprint that starts from the same shit. People were just over it. That's the biggest issue they had. People were just over it. They really managed to oversaturate the whole genre on their own. Yeah. And I think, again, I think the problem is not necessarily because you might say the genre as in all superhero movies, but then like a movie like The Batman comes along and it's just, even though it's a superhero movie, it's a very different vibe. And that doesn't feel overplayed at all, even though it's a superhero movie. I think, for me at least, the issue with the Marvel movies has always been they have like a certain blueprint of what a Marvel movie looks like. It's this kind of action, the quippy humor things in between, you know, like the lines and like the funny one-liners and a little bit of heartwarming. Like there's such a formula to a Marvel movie. And they've been trying to steer away from that a little bit recently. But I think that's what most people were really tired of. Because even now you see the new DC movies seem to be hitting off. Like Superman apparently was pretty popular. I mean, I liked it. I liked the Superman movie. And people seem pretty excited for the new DC universe. So I think just having a different vibe to these things does help. But Marvel, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I still like watching the movies, but you know, when the whole lead up to Endgame was happening, like I was, as most people back then, was very invested. New Marvel movie, let's go to the theaters, let's fucking go. Whereas now I'm usually like, well, I'll just watch it at home, you know. Though Superman was straight to theaters for me. So, you know. Anyway, let me wrap this bitch up. Endgame was too good for its own sake. Yeah. It had all the momentum. People were super into it. And it had like a clear end goal. And when they hit it, people were like, alright, we're free. We're free from the fucking, you need to watch the previous movie to keep following along. We're free. And then they wanted to continue. Then they fucking pick like a shitty enemy, like a shitty villain. And now they're doing fucking Doctor Doom, but I think it's too late. I mean, I guess we'll see, but I don't think many people give a shit at this point. Anyway, I'm out of here. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'm having a blast. I might stream tomorrow. I'm not sure. I guess it depends on how I feel tomorrow. Friday, no stream because I'm going to a concert. And then it's weekend, so whatever. I'll try to make it tomorrow. I'll try to make it. This game is low investment in terms of being active, so I probably will. Though I might not. We'll see. Stay safe, have fun at the concert. I will. Ice 9 Kills, one of my favorite bands. And the what's it called? Like the lineup, the bands before. I didn't know them, but they're pretty good as well. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Alright guys, have a good one, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow, if not next week, I suppose. Yeah, have a good one.